Welcome to Reynolds Razorback Stadium, where they have been calling the Hogs since early in the morning in anticipation of this showdown we have coming. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see a team fresh and ready to go off a bye week, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on a fellow SEC opponent, the Arkansas Razorback. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Volunteers will kick it away to start. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. On first down, here comes this offense. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. There's a difference between being methodical and thorough and slow. They were slow, and they got the flag. Line gets set, first down. Back to throw, it's Green. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Nice run there, picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds. Guys, this rough start is hardly what they had in mind to start SEC play, and it's not going to get any easier.
Well, no doubt about it. There were big expectations surrounding this program inside SEC play this year, and things haven't necessarily gone their way. They've had to fight a ton of adversity, but, David, they believe they have the leadership in the locker room to turn it around, but it's got to start today.
Yeah, one at a time. Like, we got to start today. We got to find something. We got to find what we're really good at, what we can hang our hat on, so we can start to build some momentum throughout the season. Obviously, not the start we wanted, but we got to point to the next opportunity.
They'll need 3 yards here on third down to keep this opening drive alive. They'll try to get the first through the air. Oh, picked off. Looking for more room. Touchdown, Volunteers! A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense.
I mean, you talk about coming out of the defense and setting the tone and letting them know it's going to be a long game. Let's do this. How about a pick six on the first possession? Nice job by the defense coming out and striking first in this ball game.
They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. Fielded in the end zone, it's Johnson. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Looking downfield, it's Green. Back open in the middle. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
Early in the game as a DB, I'm settling in. It's okay if I give up 4, 6, 7 yards. I'm just trying to get settled in, gauge the speed, and then later on, I can adjust to the speed of the game.
Off play action. Still looking on the move. Got it behind the line. It's Washington. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that third down. The Razorbacks will send out the punt unit.
Number 12 in punt formation to kick it away.
On the move, it's Lewis. Makes a move. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. First down here for the offense. They'll try to get outside. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
That pass not closes. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. And the Volunteers line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. And the Vols will go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. The completion well past the sticks. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were. Because of that, he gives up the first down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Motion from the offense. To the air, it's Iamaleava. Dances away. On the move, he fires. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He caught it, and he will score! Touchdown, Vols! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. That last drive covered 52 yards on their way to the score. And they finished the deal with a 26-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff team out there set to boot it away. Coming out with it, it's Sategna. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not...
He lost it high and deep down the left side. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection.
Well, the defender got his hand on that one, tipped it up in the air, and offense, man, they're lucky that one wasn't picked.
Back to the line after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 37. Wide out in motion. Back to pass. It's Green. Looking for space to the left. Slings it downfield. He's got an open man. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. And the Razorbacks come to the line with a new set of downs. They keep attacking through the air. Avoids pressure. Got rid of it just in time. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
Give that guy a lot of credit, man. He was able to somehow avoid that sack, but nobody open downfield, throws it away.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. Going to the ground. They'll give him 1 to the 28-yard line.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Got a man. It's Sategna. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire...
Reels it in the end zone. Touchdown, Razorbacks. The AT unit on the field. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. North Carolina was able to finish off a close one in Chapel Hill. They did just enough both offensively and defensively to come away with the dub. Hey, survive and advance. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. The receiver on the jet sweep. Still running at the 40. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. The give to the tailback. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
I know that wasn't a big, huge play, and everybody's not excited. The fans aren't going crazy. But those are the plays that in the 4th quarter matter a lot. Again, making you tackle my back, making you feel the physicality of the football game throughout, so you get tired and get worn down in the 4th quarter.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. With the score, Tennessee 14, Arkansas 7.
2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the 1st down.
Picks up 9.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. 1st down.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Scanning the field, it's Iamaleava. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the 1st down.
Great job, too, by the QB there, holding the ball as long as possible, allowing the pass rush to get upfield and at the very last second, getting it to his guy so that he can go get the first down.
Now they'll try the right side. They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Tennessee!
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
And he makes the extra point. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Arkansas 7.
And he'll bring it back. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
The defense calls the timeout, their second of the day, as they try to get their act together. Fast motion from the offense. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a connection. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. The Razorbacks have it with a 1st and 10. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. The offense calls timeout. It's the 2nd one they've used this half. After the misfire, it's 2nd and 10. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. To throw, it's Green. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Arkansas! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. The quick out. And he'll have enough for the 1st down at the 42. Oh, boy, this freshman quarterback has a hose. Did he zing that thing in there?
That's a 1st down for the offense.
They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
They give it to him again. What a nifty run there to pick up the 1st down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. They have a 1st down at the 41-yard line. On the move. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They're strong and they're scrawl. Defensive tackles, they're scrawl. They're such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quick.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Now they're going to throw it. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary. You saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Wants to throw. It's Ncaa. He unleashes a long one. It's caught, and what a job to get the foot down and make it a huge gain along the sideline. They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. Touchdown, Volunteers! And they take it in for 6 more points. Up and over, Yamo be there into the end zone.
And you don't want to leave your feet very often in football, but this is one of those areas where you do. In the end zone, near the goal line, you smell it. A lot of bodies in front of you. Just get up, get over top of them, get that touchdown.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the 3rd quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
Wide open downfield. Off he goes. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Line getting set on 2nd down. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Little too much juice on that one from the junior.
Quarterback trying to attack the middle of the field. I like the aggressive nature, but his receivers aren't 9 feet tall. No one's going to catch that. No one can climb the ladder. You got to bring it down a little bit.
Okay, ready? A 3rd and long coming up here. Looking to throw, it's Green. Got his man on the right. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. And this is a really important series of plays, a chance to cut into the lead just before halftime. He's looking to throw. Took a shot as he threw. Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
On second down, just keeps firing. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, I know that one fell incomplete, but what a day this guy has had throwing the football. Multiple touchdowns, and he's done a really nice job with his decision-making. Hasn't thrown any picks, which has really helped keep this offense on schedule.
Another incompletion on third down.
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. And the kicker delivers the 3-ball to finish off the drive. That late-in-the-half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Defense backing up, trying to keep everything in front. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. First down for this offense. With jet sweep pass. And the defense able to get him down, and that should bring us to the end of the half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
With the score, Tennessee 28, Arkansas 17.
And the Razorbacks will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Lewis. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They open this third quarter on top, and they've built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Quick pass on the fly motion. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. They'll go to work on second down after doing damage on the ground. The give to the back. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
I tell you what, with this kind of success on the ground, I think you two knuckleheads could call plays. I mean, that's how easy it is for this offense right now. They got the ground game working. It's really easy. Now you can open up for other things, but you guys could even try your hand because they're dominating right now.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
The give to the single back. Tackle is made after the first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
The Vols have it with a 1st and 10. They want to run it left here. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. After getting moved back, it's 1st and 20. Looking downfield, it's Ncaa trying to get behind the defense. And the pass hits, picked off. Taking it the other way. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And it's frustrating because you go into half and the coaches tell you what they want to accomplish. Listen, we've seen this the whole first half. This is what they're doing. Not a good job coming out first drive, trying to get some momentum created. Turn it over to the other team. Give them a good field position now, too. Not the ideal start.
He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Quarterback will audible. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Inside the 30 at the 29, it's a first down. He's looking to throw it. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Razorbacks! You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby.
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His second receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
Getting set for the point after. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Arkansas State is in front. They've responded well to all the off-the-field chatter this week. But they still have to finish the job, and that is no sure thing right now. They're up by 7 over South Alabama. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going and help around him a little bit with this system.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to throw. It's Ncaa. They'll run the screen. At the 40, there he goes. Afterburner's coming. He's at the 20. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown ball.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. These running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy showed you right there, a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
He gets a block. He's got an alley. And there he goes. He will score. Touchdown, Arkansas. He just took it the entire length of the field, end to end, coast to coast, nationwide for the touchdown.
And how about the fans in the stands going, no, 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 take a knee, no, yes, 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 yes. Over 100 yards to the kickoff return. Nice job taking that to the end zone, making a huge play.
So that one will put his name in the record books. You can't have a longer return in college football. 100 yards for Simmons. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. We'll see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
This play works for one reason. You toss the ball quickly to the left, receivers have to block. Once that running back gets on the perimeter, you're going nowhere if those receivers aren't committed to getting on those DBs, locking on them, running their feet. That's not their first priority. I know they're going to catch the ball more than they're going to block. Nice job blocking on that toss.
The Volunteers with the 1st and 10. Looking for a gap. It's Lewis. Pulled down after a pickup of 6, but he gets it inside the red zone. It's down at the 15.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Just going to keep it after the snap. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
I'm not sure what the quarterback saw on that one, but that was a very quick decision to take off and run with it to try to get his offense some positive yards.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And you race it to the house. Touchdown, Tennessee.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. They're just about ready to kick it away.
Arkansas, 32.
Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing close.
And I think you're used to that as offense. Like, football is so fast-paced now and you score so quickly, it's not that big of a deal to get down 10. You, keep being aggressive.
Looking for a man. It's Green. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And that shot downfield falls incomplete, and that's how we'll wrap up the 3rd quarter.
Tennessee, 42. Arkansas, 32.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. From the gun, wants to pass. Now adjusting. He'll pull it down and run. His defense fully aware that he can run. They stop him after a short gain.
There was just nowhere to go with the football for the quarterback throwing it. So he tried to create, he tried to extend the play with his legs, just not able to get away from the defense, and now we have 4th down.
The Razorbacks will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Looking for a block. It's Lewis. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The secondary walks up on the line, showing press coverage. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing. Of course, this team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. Running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
Past the 30. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves to change for the first down.
I think Jesse and Reese could call offensive plays for any team if they're having this much success on the ground. It starts with the ground game, right? Like, you can chew up these kind of plays, then I can play action later on and take shots, but right now, defense has first got to stop the run game that's been chewing them up.
The give and tick, 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 tick. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Trying to get the edge on the right. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. And the Volunteers trying to cash it in on 1st and goal.
Here we go.
They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
And the offense is doing probably exactly what you want them to do. What do we need to do? We need to run clock. We got the lead. We're in a good situation to get points. Now, tick, 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 tick. The clock is my friend.
They'll keep it on the ground, right up the gut, looking for 6. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Trying to pound their way in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. They build this fourth quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated, whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams. They have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over. This coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now, you've got to finish this game. You've got to try to prove something to them.
Well, the game is over, to be clear. They're not coming back. But I hear what you're saying. Keep fighting. Keep showing your coaches it matters. And maybe find something positive here late that you can build on for the weeks to come.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25.
Yankee blue! Yankee blue!
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
Well, it's been that kind of day here tonight. They just have not been able to find a rhythm and establish that throwing the football. Part of it has been wide receivers and quarterbacks not being on the same page, but you got to give this defense credit, too. Just like that last play, they have been getting after him. They've been hitting him, and that's a big reason why they've got such a big lead here in the 4th.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He'll call for the fair catch here. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Timeout is called by the defense. A mere 21 seconds to go here.
Arkansas.
Now on second down. The defense still has a couple of timeouts at its disposal, but down a couple of possessions, the offense will take a knee. Timeout is called by the defense. 19 ticks remaining. And the running game has gone in the wrong direction. The offense tries to turn it around and go forward on third down. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out. So the penalty. Enforced, the defense declines and stands on the result of the play. Line is set on third down. Back to pass, it's Ncaa. He's going to let it go. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the fourth quarter.
And the Vols will line up to punt it away. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. After this, it'll be a wrap. Looking to move it through the air. He's taking a deep shot. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. Timeout is called with just a single second left. One more play to pad the stats. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. He's going to pass. Using his legs to buy some time. Throw to the end zone, picked off. He'll try to take it back. And he is brought down after the interception, and the clock strikes 0 here in the fourth quarter. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game. David, this was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defenses. In this game, it was no different.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.